Alrighty, so let's go ahead and look at this one. It says, so I'm going to help you and figure out what you have to do. It says, how much fabric did he use? He bought, and I'm going to read it with, no, I guess I'm going to read the whole thing. He bought 3.5 yards of yellow fabric. He used 2/3 of that fabric to make a chicken costume. Who knows what you need to do? Multiply. So you're going to take, on number 1, he used 2/3. What does the of mean? Multiply. He used 2/3 of the 3.5. And can we do check plus on that right away? Yeah. So let's go ahead and do 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 2. And I'm going to let you finish it up. We're going to go through these and figure out what you're going to do, and then you can finish it. So this is a multiply. Then, all right. Now here's a word that you should know. What was the average amount of time he studied each day? Who knows what average means? You're going to be dividing. It's your, like if your average grades, I add up all your grades and I divide by the amount of grades that you had. So it's a division, and on number 2, the wording tells you what you're going to divide. You're going to take the time per day. It's the time divided by the day. So I'll help you set it up, but then you're going to have to actually do it. He studied math for 3 1/3 hours during the 4 days. So who knows what I'm going to do? But what's going to go first, the 4 or the 3 1/3? Yeah, because that is the time. So he studied 3 1/3 hours divided by the number of days. Again, and you're going to finish it up. Yeah, you're going to put a 1 under the 4 and finish it up. Your number 3, again, I'm going to have to go through these faster so you have time to work it. It says, how high can you jump on train? I don't know. It says there's less gravity on the planet Trang than on Earth. In fact, you can jump 2 2/3 times as high on Trang than you can on Earth. If you jump 4 1/4 feet on Earth, how far can you jump on Trang? Well, how far can you jump on Trang? What does it say? 2 2/3 times as high on Trang. So what are we going to have to do? Multiply. You're going to multiply, because you can jump 2 2/3 times the amount on Earth. Again, and I'm going to let you finish it up, leave some space. And the number 4, oh, this is a hard one. Okay. On number 4, how many minutes will it take to fill a gas tank that holds 16.5 gallons? All right, so my tank holds altogether 16.5. And it says a gasoline pump delivers 4 2/5 gallons per minute. So in 1 minute, 4 2/5 can go in. That's per minute, 1 minute. Is it filled yet? No. Because in another minute, I can put in another 4 2/5 gallon. Is it filled yet? No. I can put another 4 2/5, and that's another minute. Who knows what we're going to be doing? We're dividing. We're taking the total, and we're seeing how many 4 2/5 are there. Every time there's a 4 2/5, it's another minute. So you're going to take your 16.5, and you're going to divide it by the 4 2/5. So that's the setup for number 4. Let me see. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. On number 5, again, don't try to do it just yet because I don't want you to miss anything here. It says a piece of plywood 24 inches wide is cut. That cut is kind of a clue. Is cut into strips 2.5 inches wide. How many? And I'm going to say how many full strips. In fact, we'll do this one. Okay. So I'm taking this 24-inch piece and I'm cutting it in. So this is 24 inches. And I'm cutting a 2.5 strip. I'm cutting another 2.5 strip. I'm cutting another 2.5 strip. I want to see how many of those 2.5s I can cut from 24. Who knows what you're going to be doing, multiplying or dividing? Very good. I'm dividing this up. Who knows what's going to be first? The 24. The total goes first, divided by 2.5. Okay, I'm going to put, in fact, this one we'll go ahead and do. What should I put under the 24? 1. Put a 1. So 24 over 1 divided by, put your denominator down, do your check plus. What's the top number? 24. Right here.
Oh, that? 6. I mean, 5.
5. And then it's dizzy division. So leave, change it to a multiplication, and flip. And it doesn't look like anything goes in. So just go straight across. And you get 48 over 5. If that were a 45, what's 45 divided by 5?
8.
How about 9? 9 times 5 is 45. All right. So the question, though, is how many of the 2.5 pieces can be cut? Is that my answer?
Yeah, but the answer is not there.
The answer is not there because I can't cut 9 3/5. That last piece, I don't have enough to make a full 2.5. So I can cut 9 full pieces because this was not a full piece. So I can cut 9 full pieces of the 2.5 size. Again, I don't have enough to cut another 10 size. So this one, the answer is just 9. I'll put here 9 3/5, but how many full strips is only 9? And that answer should be there. And this is one where you're gonna cross off 8 of these, and whatever you have left, you're gonna write in here. And this one, number 6. How far does it travel with each turn of the wheel? The distance a bicycle travels with each turn of the wheel is about 3 1/7 times the tire diameter. The tires on the bicycle have a diameter of 24.5. So it's saying the diameter is 24.5, and they want to know the distance around. And the distance that tire travel is about 1, 2, they said 3 1/7 of that diameter. So it's going to be 24.5, another 24.5, and a little bit more than another 24.5. This one's a little hard. So in other words, it's 3 1/7 times that diameter. So what do we have to do? You're going to multiply. The distance that this tire travels is 3 1/7 times that diameter. So it's going to be 3 1/7 times the 24. I put a 2. Thank you. Let me read it back. 3 1/7 times 24 1/2. And so my answer is going to be over 70 something. Is it inches or, yeah, inches. And I'm going to let you finish that up. Again, leave some room so you can work it. We'll finish the number 7 because it's kind of a weird one. It says, how much water should be added to fill the aquarium? An aquarium holds 6 1/4 gallons of water. So here's my aquarium. It holds 6 1/4. The water level dropped to 4/5 of that amount. So how can I find out where the water level is right now? Is what? The water dropped to 4/5 of, you multiply, it dropped to 4/5 of that amount. 4/5 of the 6 1/4. So let's see where it is right now. It only dropped a little bit. So this one's already a fraction. This one is 4. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. What can you cross off right away?
4.
The 4s. Who knows the answer?
5.
5. Very good. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So the water level right now is, at 5 gallons. Okay. But that's not the question. It doesn't say how much water does it have now. The question is, how much water should be added to fill it back up to get it to be 6 1/4?
1 1/4.
Very good. That's it. 1 1/4. To be filled, it's 6 1/4 minus what we've got in there. And so this is going to be 0/4. So it's going to be, it needs 1 1/4 water to be filled. Okay, so 1 1/4, is that answer there? Yes. And then the last one that I'm going to help you with, and then you can, I thought I was going to sign something from the back, but I don't think I will. All right, so Sean used 3/4 cup of sugar to make a dozen brownies. No, he didn't. He used 3/4 cup of sugar to make, how much is in a dozen? 12. To make 12 brownies. How much sugar is in each brownie? It's a division because I'm taking my total brownies. So altogether there were 12, and for the whole thing I used 3/4, but they want to know how much sugar was for each. So I'm going to take my 12 and divide it by the, what? The 3/4. In fact, the wording, oh, hold on a second. I just messed up. The wording, yeah, but I have it backwards. The wording tells me what to do. It's how much sugar per brownie. How much sugar per brownie. The order tells me how I should divide. I need to put the sugar first, divided by how many brownies were there? 12. So I have to set it up like that. Again, I just made a big mistake. How much sugar per brownie? Sugar divided by the brownie. And then you solve it from there. So that should be easy. Go ahead and put that down, leave, change, flip, and that is it. So I am not going to assign anymore. However, I will say it wouldn't hurt. In fact, it wouldn't hurt you at all. I should do this one here. Let me see the time. Does anybody know what time it is?
9:14.
9:14? Okay. And you don't have to turn this in until Wednesday. I would suggest, for your sake, that you do some of these, like these 6 in here, because your test is going to be on fractions. It's not going to be on adding and subtracting. So I would suggest that you do those, but this is mandatory, is that you do all the word problems. And you can go ahead and get started on it, and that is it. And Tennyson, here is the stapler right here.